Hey everyone, I just wanted to add just a little bit more to our class, some afterthoughts that I had that I wanted to share with you. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was Valita's question about has a lot of choices of things that she wants to do or could do. And she was asking which one she should start that would be the most lucrative. And the answer I gave was great, and definitely go with the one that is calling you most. You know, line them up like I'm doing, and then just start. You can work on a few at the same time, and that's what I want to talk about. So, if you're doing this to bring in money, of course we're doing it number one because it's information that we want to share with other people to help them. So, you know, we're just talking about the money aspect here. So never do anything just for the money. Do it because there's a purpose to it. It's going to help the world, because it's going to help you, because, you know, for a cause. So I think you already know that, but it's worth just mentioning that. But second, you really, when we're talking about the aspect of money, what really helps me is to think of things this way too. Okay, what can I do right now that can bring money into my experience? What are some things that I can do now to immediately start bringing in money that I know of? And then what projects can, you know, if I work on them now, can they start bringing in money like next month? And then what can I work on to bring me money in the future? So you always want to have like a rotating plan. Like, what can you do for, you know, to take care of you now, and what can you be working on that will bring more in later, and also for the future. So have a rotating sort of way to have it so money is continuously rolling in. Okay, so I think that will help you too with your question about being lucrative. You might have been really asking, how can I get money quickly and consistently? And that's one technique that you really want to start incorporating in your life, no matter what your job is. Which brings me to my other point. I want everybody here, no matter what their circumstances are, to start thinking of themselves as entrepreneurs. I really wouldn't even care if you're working for a company. I want you to also say, and I work for, you know, whatever, PG&E, but I'm also an entrepreneur. Because when you take on that hat, I'm an entrepreneur, that means you're automatically telling the universe, hey, I work for myself too, and this is another stream of income that can come in. Even if you don't know what your entrepreneurship is, just start saying, I'm an entrepreneur. Because when you start saying that, you will actually start bringing opportunities for you to be an entrepreneur. So open to that. Open that new avenue. Open that new energy space that opportunities can come in and you can start making money working on your own. So everybody, you are all entrepreneurs, and you are. Because you know what? Since the beginning of time, you know, when we had to start, you know, bartering for things, whether we were trading stones or trading money, it's always been that we've had to have some sort of source. And people were always doing that, number one, through their entrepreneurship on how they could do it themselves. There wasn't always, you know, IBM and Apple and whatever, okay? People were making money on their own since the beginning of times. It's a very natural thing. And, you know, our society has gotten away from that and has this false dependency upon companies. You can go work for a company that's stable and lose your job tomorrow and not even realize you were going to lose it. So that's a false sense of security. Learning and remembering your entrepreneurship, that is a real sense of security. That's a real sense of security because you have control over that. You have control over creating whatever you want in your experience and doing it in a way that you enjoy. And so everybody start taking these tips that I just said in this video and applying it to your life. Write it down. I'm an entrepreneur. When people ask you, say, I'm an entrepreneur. Okay, even if you are working at a company, just say I'm an entrepreneur, and I also work at this company. I know when I was working at, my corporate America job, but I was doing this work already. I was already building my business. When people asked me what I did, I saw that naturally I did not say I worked for that consulting firm. I didn't say I'm a consultant at a worldwide consulting firm. Okay, I would say I am a spiritual teacher. And it was so interesting because it wasn't that I was consciously saying, okay, when somebody asked me that, this is what I'm going to say. That wasn't it. It just naturally flowed from my lips, and I realized it. I recognized it, and I thought, wow, that's cool that I'm just going straight for that. I'm not even thinking about talking about my corporate job. So that was a huge shift for me when I realized that I had shifted that without consciously doing it. So claim your entrepreneurship. We all are that. That's a natural born part of us. So claim it and start working it. Working it to your benefit. Work it to your benefit. Start opening those lines of streams of income or opportunities or whatever, love, jobs, whatever it is that you want to bring in. I mean, you could be an entrepreneur of creating work for yourself. You can, you don't even have to know what it is. Just say you are one, and then the opportunities will come. Me being in my job as spiritual teacher, my job has changed a million times, okay? Maybe not a million, but a lot of times since the beginning. And I always knew that that was going to happen because change is inevitable, and that's what happens. And my abilities change, and my passions change, and I get, well, maybe they don't change. Maybe I'm getting deeper in understanding who I am and what I really enjoy and what really brings me that feeling of I'm living on purpose. The more I get to know myself, I shift with that. So that's what you do, and that's what you're doing now. So anyway, I just wanted to add that bit. I hope you guys enjoy the process. This is really, really an amazing gift that I've downloaded, and I'm so grateful to be sharing this with you, and I can't wait to hear everything that changes for you in your lives. Go for it. Stay in the synergy. Stay in the action. Stay in the creativity. The creativity is probably the biggest thing. Stay in the amazement of seeing all the miracles that start coming into your life, because you're going to start seeing them, I'm sure, the first week. Okay, talk to you guys later.